Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Hygienic Art Park here in New London, the most important city in the free world. We are glad we live in New London. Isn't that right, Daphne? We are. Yeah, all right.
We're transplants, too, so
We
don't
are
take it for
transplants.
granted.
We came here voluntarily.
Right.
Glad we did. I'm Rick Coster from The Day, and we streamline live lunch break every week at this time, theday.com, and of course, it's a lot better if you're here in the art park. So thank you guys for being here. Supreme Hot Dogs is out there. Desiree will serve up the savories. You can also buy wine and beer if you want. That's a good thing. Okay. I have known this young woman for a long time. From the first moment I met her, Daphne Lee Martin impressed me because she's an incredible and clever songwriter. But the thing is, she's never satisfied just to sort of stay in one place. The more you seek, the more you learn, the more I'm amazed. On October 2nd, she has a new album coming out called Fall on Your Sword. It's not fair because I've heard it and you haven't, but it is so good. It is so wildly ambitious, and you pulled it off. You produced it. Is there anything you can't do? You could go get me a hot dog. No.
Right now?
Just kidding.
Isaac
ate
You can carry
one.
the set, right? You can sing the songs. I'll give you the guitar.
We were so glad to have Daphne Lee here to prelude a bit of the new album as well as play some of her older back catalog. Back here on the drums, we have Steve Cusano. Hi, Steve. That's Isaac Young over there. These guys are incredible players, and Daphne sort of knows how to attract that sort of empathetic musical support. I will shut up now. Daphne Lee Martin.
Thank you, Rick. Thanks, everybody at the day. Carlos and everybody. It's an amazing thing you guys do every week here. All right. We're going to ease in the set with one of the older songs first, but we are going to play you guys a bunch of stuff from that forthcoming record as well. This one's called Molotov.
Smashing through the window of my heart. Come on, baby, why don't you burn me to the ground? Ring my bell, then go running for the hills. Flesh is weak, but the spirit will. We were sitting by the hearth when the fire burned so hard we could not tell our fear from our dread. But gin, it never tastes so good as when I am in this mood. But I won't be stirred, not shaken. It's only then these joints stop aching. Everything burns that is not still. of the smoke clears on, I will patch up the shingles of the roof. It'll keep the angels out, but you can hold your umbrella through the gaping hole. My
Thank you guys so much. All right, we're going to do one from the new record that's coming out. This one is called Bees Made Honey in the Lion's Head. It was inspired by something told to me by Craig Edwards one time, a very long time ago. And it's based on the story of Samson and Delilah. Most of the songs on this new record are going to be story songs, narratives taken from things that we were read as children. So Bible stories, fables, fairy tales, cautionary tales, that sort of thing. So this one is the Samson and Delilah song.
Every girl's crazy about a sharp dress, a wolf with a closet full of wool. And I have never been a victim, but baby, you're so cool. Never see the nest till the roofs have blown, till the birds have flown, and you're eating corn. You never see the nest till the birds have flown. Samson went soft for a woman, and he slept in the joy of his sins. They woke to cry, Delilah, why'd you do me wrong? It was the least I could do for my kid. Well, if your God would forsake you so easy, don't the proudest go down so hard. What good is the strength of 1,000, and if you got no heart? If you got no heart, if you got no heart. I would tear this building down if I had my way. I would tear this building down if I had my way. I would tear this building down if I had my way. I would tear this building. Bees make honey in the lion's head, and the beasts have cleaned the bones. An eye for an eye for an eye for an eye. Can't you hear Jerusalem moan? 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 And if I had my way, I would tear this building down. If I had my way, Lord, I would tear this building down. If I had my way, I would tear this building down. If I had my way, I would tear this building
That's Isaac Young on the Moog and the organ. All right. It's another story song based sort of loosely on the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie Parker was actually a published poet during her lifetime. She wrote these epic poems about her exploits with Clyde Barrow, and a few of them got published by big magazines. And this one is based off of the Ballad of Suicide Sal. I just put up a confession. I do a blog series on my website where I talk about the influences of the songs, and this one just went up on my website if you want to check it out at daphneleighmartin.com. There's all kinds of videos and references and a copy of the poem and things like that if you want to check it out.
And the craziest dream, we hatched the craziest scheme. Sure enough, you're here asleep beside me. And the perfect drive runs through both of our bloods. I'm a sucker for a happy ending. Wake up and make love to me. Wake up and make love to me. Wake up and make love to me. Up and make love to me. There I fell for the line of a henchman, a professional killer from Shy. I couldn't help loving him madly, and for him even now I would die. One year we were desperately happy. Our ill-gotten gains we spent free. I was taught the ways of the underworld, and Jack was just like a god to me. Wake up and make love to me. Wake up and make love to me. Silk and cotton, I am burlap and wool. Still you laugh at all my gallows humor. With all the trappings of a fallen angel, the way I look at you starts wildfire rumors. Wake up and make love to me. Wake up and make love to me. Wake up and make love to me. Thank you. All right, this is another brand new one. This one is too new to be on the new record, as a matter of fact. It is called John Henry's Lullaby. A very close friend of mine was going through a divorce over the beginning half of this year, and I just felt so
feeling-y about it for him. I don't know. I just had sort of empathy moment, and so I Carol King'd out, and I wrote a You've Got a Friend song. And that is this.
Should you ever find yourself broken and at a loss for the words to say, and you find no rest in this beautiful mess, well, I wouldn't want you any other way. Should you ever find yourself faithless, feel like you're sinking down, well, I don't know much about heavenly stuff, but I can help you get your feet on the ground. Should you ever find yourself weary, steam driven, put away wet, a small hole by the board, I have laid down my sword, but I haven't laid my hammer down yet. I know I haven't laid my hammer down yet. I know I haven't laid my hammer down yet.
Thanks so much.
Remarkable stuff, Daphne Lee Martin.
Oh, thank you.
Are you guys enjoying this?
Thank you, guys.
First of all, when we were just bantering a little while ago, and I was marveling, there's probably nothing you
I'm sorry I
can't
didn't get you
do.
your hot dog yet.
I know, and I said, can you get me a hot dog? And I thought, I just said one of those horrible Donald Trumpian things, and you know me better than that, though, right?
I do. That's why I was willing to do it.
You were very sweet. I don't need one, but, and one other quick aside, I love the song inspired by Bonnie and Clyde, and I think I should point out that when I was born, I was living in a mobile home on my father's mobile home sales lot in Dallas, Texas, on Fort Worth Boulevard, and next to it is a cemetery, and that's where Clyde Barrow is buried.
Awesome. That's
So I'm
really
going to go
cool.
sing that song to him the next time I'm in Dallas. The new album, which comes out October 2nd, in which you blessed us with a few cuts from, you said there's a lot of story songs on it. Is the whole thing an overarching sort of conceptual story arc?
No, the reason that the album is titled Fall on Your Sword is because each of these narratives has an element of discovering a flaw within yourself, admitting it and owning it in a way. And so that is Fall on Your Sword, is just accepting your flaws and your inabilities and,
Right, of
and
which
your
I have
errors.
many.
And in each of these songs, there's some character that kind of goes through that process.
If you guys have followed Daphne's albums and her career, she has uh, always sort of metamorphed using earlier tunes and styles to go to the next level. The bookend previous albums, Moxie and Frost, amazing stuff. Where did this new one come from? Because stylistically, you started to embrace everything from hip hop, spoken word. Tell us about it.
I don't know. I mean, lyrically and conceptually, it was just the next part of the process. Moxie and Frost were a pair of records as well, the concept being that there's a sort of good and a bad girl in each of us, and we can sort of live up to the stereotypes, or we can fall into the traps, or we can own it ourselves, and we can have the best relationships in the world. So that's sort of the juxtaposition of those two records to each other, where this one is sort of like, okay, well, now that you know that you're capable of those things, what are you not capable of? What can you not do? What can you never get right?
And you produced it for the first time.
I did.
What was different about the process of producing an album? You've been in a studio a million times. You've always had other producers. You know what they do. What did you learn that you didn't think, I never saw this coming?
I don't know if I learned very much because I didn't have anyone to tell me no this time. But I did enjoy the process, and I actually was able to work with a lot more people this time. There are 25 voices on that record, whether the voices are a saxophone or a vocal part, or like you said, there are two spoken word parts on the record. Sue Menhart and Andrew Camacho both came in and did beautiful jobs of those parts. So
they really did. And we were speaking with Daphne Lee Martin. I'm Rick Coster from The Day, and thanks for joining us at Live Lunch Break. Now, the album, as we said, comes out October 2nd. And then you're going to hit the road for a long time. Is that correct?
Yeah, 7 weeks.
Do you think that in this age when the major record labels are sort of in decline, you do what you got to do to make it work? Is it easier in this context, not having to try to attract major labels, even though you got to do a bunch of the work yourself?
I've never minded the work, honestly. My friend Lipbone Redding, who's going to be back in town in a couple of weeks, he's somebody that I've been playing with since 1999. We used to busk in the subways in New York together back before Williamsburg was Williamsburg. And he's known my music for a very long time, and he said to me the last time we spoke, he said, you are the essence of DIY. You are DIY. And it struck me, I had never thought of myself as that, but I actually prefer to cut my own path.
DIY is do-it-yourself. For those of you who may not know that, you are, and I applaud you for your vision and your commitment. Also, Isaac Young over here, Steve Cusano, incredible musicians. Isaac's been a guest on Live Lunch Break. I've also butchered the name of his band in print before. I'm still living that one down. Looking forward to hearing Steve's project. But who are you going to take with you on the road?
I am actually going to go out solo. Unfortunately, these guys have, rent and mortgages and cars and, stuff to pay for in their lives that I can't quite swing big enough guarantees at my shows to pay for. So I'm going to hit this one myself, and hopefully the next time around.
Well, you deserve it. Thank you guys again for being here. Would you bless us with a few more tunes?
We sure will. I'm going to go grab my guitar, and this next song, Willing Victim, is also on the new record. This one was inspired by a novel by Colette called The Vagabond. In that novel, she is a 30-something mime. She works in dance halls and musical theater, and she is a divorcee. She was in an abusive relationship with a husband who took credit for a lot of her writing. And when she got out of that relationship, it was pretty uncool to be a 30-something divorcee in Paris in the 1930s. And so she kind of struggled with a lot of self-identity and empowerment. In this novel, The Vagabond, you can walk through that valley with her. And I loved going through that process of reading that book and taking part in that journey with her. And so I wrote this song sort of based on that.
dressed in chains and carnations, you practice your divination, and I'm hopelessly lost in the prestige. Don't a ship need an anchor, and don't a ship need a sail? Here I am making my bed in the belly of a whale. Why don't you lie to me, please, just be kind to me. Well, I know I'll get no sympathy. Won't you lie to me, please, just be kind to me. Well, I know I'll get no sympathy. Ain't it sad how nothing binds us together like a common enemy? And ain't it sad how nothing tears us apart like love from a stranger? Gathering dark until the thunder rolls in, breaks them apart, and we hear what we wish for and hear what we want. Why don't you lie to me, lie to me? I know I'll get no sympathy here. Why don't you lie to me, please? Just be kind to me. I know I'll get no sympathy here. Of my open book, and you will ink in the margins one perfect hook. As I put on my makeup and the curtains rise, I know how this thing will end before the first line dies. Won't you lie to me, please, just be kind to me. Lord knows I'll get no sympathy here. Why don't you lie to me, please? Just be kind. Lord knows I get no sympathy here. Make It Rain, and it is a dance song. It is a slow dance song though. heavy, baby, we could fall hard. But I have heard your songs, and what a mess you are. You're gonna make it rain on me. Well, you'll spread like a fire, honey, through my weeds, and it's only what I'm wanting that makes me weak. But it is your sweet bourbon burning in my cheeks, so make it rain on me. Won't you make it rain on me? Won't you make it rain? Let's just take that long way home, and whatever it brings. Well, yes, I hear that thunder roll, but I am not afraid to get caught away. So you make it rain.
Make it rain, Isaac.
I guess that I must see with time when I ask you not to call it love. Really, I am softer than your touch, so make it rain on me. Well, it's what you think you cannot have that you are sure you need, and it is there, honey. You keep talking, will be the death of me. But maybe you are exactly what I need, so make it rain on me. Won't you make it rain on me? Won't you make it? Let's just take that long way home. Whatever it brings. Well, yes, I hear that thunder roll, but I am not afraid to get caught away.
Thank you guys so much. If you like what you're hearing, you can buy, I do have my first 3 records here on vinyl and on CD for sale right back there where you can get beer and wine. Feel free to grab whatever you like. There's some singles as well, they're a little bit cheaper, and t-shirts. Oh goodness, the heat does a number on these things. And there is a pre-order going for the record that's coming out in October, so if you'd like to come up and talk with me about that, I can hook you up with the pre-order on that. You'll get the record before anybody else does. So. Can I get a G, All right, close enough for folk music. Almost. Can I get this in the monitor, babe? Give it up for Rich Martin doing sound. It's my husband. He's a pretty good dude. Song is for him. It's about the night we became more than friends. Almost 10 years ago. I'm still not getting it in the monitor. There we go. That's the way. You remember how I smiled. You remember how we walked for miles. Will you remember that one fateful kiss on the night we fell in love? When the rains come and people close their shutters, and the storm clouds seem to hang right above us. You remember when you were soaking wet, the night we fell in love. Will you still be tender when your hands know me better than your own homeland? You remember how you held me there on the night we fell in love. You remember how I smiled. You remember how we walked for miles. You remember that one fateful kiss that we fell in love. On the night we fell in love. The night we fell in love. Young and Steve Cusano. Goodness gracious, what a pleasure it is to play with these guys. We will be at Captain Scott's on Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. down at the Lobster Dock, and we will have a tuba player and an electric guitar player with us for that show. And some good friends from Florida, from out of state, from touring will be visiting, and they'll play a set as well. They're wonderful. Apparently my tuner does not work when they're rocking out, so I'm going to do that really fast. All right, so this is another brand new one. It's too new to be on any of the records. It's called Till We Meet Again. You drop your head down on me, so big that it just fell over me, and you just smiled and said, come here, I wanna kiss you one more time. Come here, little darling of mine. Give you something to remember me by. Oh, I go before I that's my demon at the gate, and I cannot ask him to wait. You can kiss away the sorrows till we meet again, or I go. My head fills with the song that you play. There's my scent on your pillow face. I don't think that I will ever be the same without you. Without you. Thanks everybody again so much for listening. I'm Daphne Lee Martin. That's Isaac Young. That's Steve Cusano. Thank you to Rick and the Day for having us.
Daphne Lee Martin, Isaac, Steve. The new album will be out October 2nd. Fall on Your Sword. There's merch back there. If you like this stuff, there's a lot of good material back there. So pick up at the beer booth. Yay. Thank you guys so much for doing this. Rich, Max, set up, getting it right in the house. That's Shelly and Carlos doing the video for theday.com. We air these things in perpetuity, streaming today, and then you can get it on the archives. Thank you out there, Desiree, for the hot dogs. You guys are awesome. Next week, Quiet Giant will be here, not to be confused with Gentle Giant. That's an illusion that only Rich probably gets, but there you have it. And look for her, see her before October 2nd because she's going to be gone a long time. Daphne Lee Martin, you guys be safe. Have a great weekend.